Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. I am so glad that you get to come and join me again. Tonight, we're going to work on a nice spooky look for Halloween. It's very simple, it's really easy. As you can tell, I've already have a clean face. I used my 4-in-1 cleanser. I put on my moisturizer. And then, since this would be a look that we would usually go out at night for trick-or-treating, I went ahead and just used the daytime defender. It has the sunscreen in it with an SPF of 30. Oh, sorry, my clip is trying to jump out. Let's see. So if anyone has any comments or anything, please go ahead and let me know. I will also be monitoring any of the uh, uh, comments. So please, by all means, let me know. Let's see. Oops. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wrong button. Sorry about that. I paused for just a second. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's get started. Today, I was thinking nice and easy. I love spiders for Halloween. They stay outside. But, anyways, let me go ahead and take my glasses off. I have my little mirror sitting here. And the first thing that we always want to start with is, of course, our um, primers. We do have our foundation primer with an SPF of, let me look. So sorry, I got my little notes up here. So I don't forget to tell you guys everything. So it does have an SPF, it's a broad spectrum of 15. So that one's very, very nice. I love the way this goes on. It feels really silky. It feels just really velvety, and it makes your skin feel really, really soft. And I just go nice and light. Let's see. Does anyone know why we use our foundation primer? Hmm. Let's see. For some reason, I don't know why I'm not getting any of the comments. Okay. Well, I apologize for that right now. My apology. So I'll just go ahead and tell you our wonderful face primer. We use that, it levels out our skin so that the foundation can lay on top of our skin flawlessly. So this kind of fills in like the little cracks and things like that. And this has the SPF of 15. Well, I live in Arizona, so of course you definitely need that. So I usually let that sit a couple minutes. Since we're going to be doing a lot of the makeup around the eyes, I'm also going to go ahead and use the eye primer. Now, the eye primer is right here. It's a cute little tube. Wonder if you can see that. Let me hit my one light. Sorry about that. Boy, I thought I had everything set today. Let me fix this one light just a little better. All right. There we go. We have light. Sorry about that. As you guys can see, I did change up my background a little bit. This is my part my office, so you guys don't need to see all the stuff that I've got behind here for work. It's just one of those things. Oh, well, thank you. One of my awesome friends is watching this tonight. I didn't know that live um, chat or live streams on YouTube shut the chat off because I've also allowed children into this live stream. So that is probably why it's not letting me do that. I apologize for that. Oh my goodness. I never thought about it that way. So here's the little bit of eye primer. So I'm gonna you just gently tap it around just like you would your eye cream. Because again, the skin around the eyes is very, very, very delicate. And you want to make sure that we're very gentle and we don't cause any more wrinkles or anything like that. We don't want to stretch out this perfect skin that's in that area. So I'm going to go ahead. Um, I just got a message from another friend. Thank you, Elaine. Yay, you got on too. Woohoo! All right, so we're just gonna let everything go ahead and settle in. Um, I'm oop, oh, goodness. Sorry about that. Trying to make sure everyone can see, but oh man. Okay. My doors are under construction with paint. I only got the one side finished. I need to finish this side so I can turn my desk so that it's a nice clean canvas. My apologies. I'm trying really hard here to make sure everyone can see the products. This one's the foundation primer. And I also just put on the eye primer. Okay. So the next thing we need to put on is our foundation. Mary Kay does have several different foundations. I prefer, and this is just my personal preference, I really love their CC cream. It is absolutely fantastic. Let's see where did I set it. Here it is. Okay, so this is my CC cream. It does come in a couple of different shades. The one that I use is my light to medium. I'm a little more fair skinned. We also have um, for the CC cream, it also comes in very light, the light to medium, which I use, medium to deep, deep, and very deep. And a link to all of the products that I use tonight are down in the description. So don't worry if you're like, I don't remember what you just said. So um, I'm going to go ahead and put this one on. There we go. Just, whoops, it comes out just nice. It's very nice and creamy. I use my fingers. You can use a beauty brush. You can use the, oh my goodness. And of course, now I draw a blank. The beauty sponges, they're all very, very, very nice. And so, all right, I'm going to look in my mirror here because I can't quite tell if I got it even. And of course, right up at the forehead is usually my one spot. We always want to bring it down. We always bring our foundations down instead of up. When we push our foundation up, what happens is you're pushing it more into your skin and into your pores. And we don't want that. We want it to kind of go down. Um, what happens is everything's kind of like shingles on a roof. And when you push the foundation straight down, then it goes and it doesn't go into the pores as much. But when you're going to push up, well, you're going to push everything into those pores. So I'm going to grab my little cloth here. I do need to wipe my hands off because it will get in the way of everything that um, I'm going to show you this evening. So I'm just going to use a little bit of, oh my goodness, this light. Okay, we'll do that. This is my micellar water. So I'm just going to take a little bit, got my little cloth, and it'll help just to take the foundation off my fingers so that they don't feel and sticky and just kind of yucky. I just don't like stuff on my hands, so um, I just try to keep it as clean as possible. And the cleaner you keep all of like your brushes and things like that, especially for your makeup, the less chance you have of any breakouts. All right, so now that we've done that, we've put on our foundation, we've put on our eye primer and our foundation primer. The next thing we're going to go ahead and start with is I have some beautiful, really beautiful colors to go ahead and use just to go on the eye. We're just going to make like we would do any of our shadows. For tonight, I just chose it is Sunlit Rose. I love rosy colors. And I'm going to try to make sure this doesn't fall out. Oh, and of course it's going to. And here is, oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. I'm going to do that because then maybe you guys can see better. Oh, there it goes. All right, so this is our Sunlit Rose color. It is very pretty. It's got a rosy pink hue to it. I am absolutely in love with it. Now that's going to be my darker color. And let's see, I'm going to pull out, um, let's see. I have Mary Kay's brush set. This is the Essential. It has a nice big fluffy brush. This one is the all over powder. This one is the, oops, it would help if I showed you a little better this way. Sorry about that. And then here, this one is for your cheeks. We do have, this one is our eye smudger. As you can tell, I've been using it. And this one is our all over eyeshadow brush. And then we also have our eye crease brush. Okay, I'm going to use the eye crease brush for this color, and I'll show you the why. Because since this is the darker color that I'm going to use, the darker colors are going to go just in the crease and up a little bit. The reason I do that is because I've got a little bit of hooded eyes. So what I do is I go ahead to kind of camouflage that. I'll bring my shadow up just a little bit. And then we kind of like go swirl, swirl, tap, tap, because we don't want to have any fallout underneath the eye. Now I do need to, I'm going to grab one of my smaller mirrors just so I can be a little closer here and you guys will be able to see as well. Okay, so, and we're going to just stipple it in, which is a fancy word for just tapping it in and pressing gently. You don't want to push too hard. Again, the skin around the eyes is very, very delicate. There we go. Can you guys see that? Oh, perfect. All right, so now I'm going to grab a little more. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And just stipple it in very carefully. And that way we don't have any fallout. And there we go. Okay. So that's how I got that on. Now, these colors are fantastic that Mary Kay has. Um, the really, really awesome thing is I know this was just one swipe with my brush. These are very buildable. So if I go back in and I get some more color, I'm gonna put a little more on. So now I've just made this color a little darker. And especially for Halloween, you can make this a little bit darker or for even a night look. So again, just stipple it in just carefully. There we go. And that looks so pretty. All right. So, and then the next color that we're going to use, where did I set it? Um, that's the fun part. Sometimes I put things, I have so many choices that are on my end table here that it's not funny. And you know what? Sometimes I don't even know what I want to wear as far as makeup goes or any of the colors. Because half the time I'm just like, I might be wearing a blue shirt, I might be wearing a pink shirt. I don't know what I want to wear half the time, or as far as makeup goes. And I am looking for, where did I put it? Um, well, I guess it decided to go a little bit MIA on me, didn't it? I could have sworn I had everything sitting here. That's all right. We're going to go with plan B. I always have a plan B because even in my, with all my makeup, I will look through and go, where did I just put this? It's somewhere. And when you can't find it, well, guess what? We just go on to the next one. So I actually have, it's one of Mary Kay's liquid eyeshadows, and the color is Light Beam. And these are, oof, let's do that. There we go. So the color is just gorgeous. I love this. I've been wearing this all week, and it comes out just like this on a little wand. If you guys can see that. So this one, what I usually do is, since I've used a darker shade on the top part here, on my lid, I'm going to put a little bit lighter just to bring a little more emphasis. So I'm going to use my little mirror here. I'm not as good at using the camera to do my makeup. So just dot it and a couple dots here. Okay. And then you can use your finger or you can use a brush. I'm going to go ahead and just use my ring finger and you tap it again. Make sure that's blending in nicely. And there we go. And then this one I'm going to tap a little bit too. There we go. Okay. Oh, let's do this one just a little bit more. There we go. All right. So to me, that looks fantastic. I absolutely love it. Now, on a normal look, the line that you see here, I would have already have taken another brush and made that a little more softened, just because when you go out for the day, you don't want to see lines. But for tonight, because we're doing a Halloween look, I'm going to go ahead and leave that. And then the next color, because we do want to have a highlight up here and around our inner eye. So I'm going to go ahead and use the smudge brush because it actually is the perfect shape to go ahead and put, whoops, and I'm knocking my stuff over. Sorry about that. Oh, goodness. It's just my luck today. That's okay though. So I am using, and why can't I remember the name of this one? It's called Blossom, and it's one of the matte colors. Whoops. Let me do that. It's a very nice light creamy color. I hope that showed up well in the camera. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead, go just under the brow bone. And again, you just want to stipple it. And just so that we don't have the fallout. Whoop. And sometimes I even forget I got to tap it. There we go. And then I'm going to put a tiny bit right here just to give off a little more of that wow factor. And there we go. I'm going to bring the light up a little more. Sorry about that. There we go. And close my eyes so you can see. And that looks really, really beautiful. So then what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead because I always like my brows to look very nice. So what we do is I have one of Mary Kay's Precision Brow Liners. And I'm not good again without a mirror. So when you do your brows, we don't just color in and color in, color in. That is a fad that was out in the 80s and 90s where they had these big, huge block brows. Now, what they're showing some of the uh, makeup artists, instead of doing that, now we're just going to fill in, we're just going to draw little lines. So it gives the illusion that we have more of an eyebrow. So I'm going to start here and just very lightly add in as you go. And just take your time. Okay, and then the other side, you do the same thing. And just little dashes basically is what we're doing. And there's that. So where's my lid? There it is. It is hiding. All right, so that part is done. And then we're going to take our eyebrow brush. And what we're going to do is we're going to go up with it. And what happens is we're feathering out those lines and the color just in case in any spot you've put any a little darker than you really wanted to so that it looks more uniformed. Then just do it again to the other side and there you go. And those are the way I do my brows. All righty. So now that we have done that, we also need to put on some blush. Oh my goodness, all my stuff is jumping behind me. Well, I'm just going to move on and we're not going to even acknowledge it. So let's see, where did my blush go? All right, here it is. Okay. If you didn't know, I am a therapist. So I have a bunch of stuff that sits behind here that have to do with my day job. So what we're going to do is I've got my blush brush and I'm going to slide into my blush. Now, the blush that I have is called Cherry Blossom. It is one I have had forever. Unfortunately, it is one that Mary Kay does not have anymore. But the blushes that the one that is comparable to the one that I use is the Shy Blush or Rosy Nude. And they're both very beautiful. I don't have those with me today, though. I'm waiting for my next order. So, and again, when we do our blush, just like the eyeshadow, so that the blush goes directly where we want it to go. Here's our cheekbone. We're going to put it just slightly under that cheekbone. So I'm going to go stipple, stipple, stipple. And there's my color. Now, it does look a smidge dark in my opinion, but I'll show you the trick on how to fix that. And again, we go stipple, stipple, stipple. And there's the cheek color. So, because I don't like heavy blush, I will get out the biggest brush I can find, which Mary Kay's all over powder, and we just swirl, 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 swirl. And it buffs it out so that it's not heavy. You don't want your cheekbones to get to the places first. Let's be honest there. All right, so I'm going to set that to the side. All righty. So my next thing that we're going to go ahead and use is we get to start with some of the eyeliner. Now, I have a couple of eyeliners here tonight. Okay, so the first one I'll show you is the, whoops, look at my little cheat sheet here. It is the gel eyeliner with an expandable brush applicator. Now it comes in this super cute little pot. Oops. No, like that. And then when you open it up, okay, it's been used by me. So all that rich, beautiful color in there. And here is the super cute little brush that comes with it. Whoops. Okay, you pull it apart. And there it is. It is so adorable. I love the little brush. And it's actually very easy to work with. The other eyeliner is Mary Kay's waterproof liquid liner pen. And I have that right here. And whoops. And here's this. Whoops. Kind of make that go down a little. Okay. There we go. All right. So take this part off, our little cap, and then look at how beautiful that tip is. It is absolutely wonderful. And the other one that I have, and I just had it, let me see, where did you go? Uh-oh. Um, hmm. Well, I guess I won't be able to show that one. I set it somewhere and it ran away. That's okay. There will be other times I will be able to show that one off as well. So no worries. All right. So, what we're going to start with is our eyeliner. I really like the gel liner with the expandable brush. I have had more success with it than using the liquid pen to make a really cool spider web. So, here we go. Oops. Get my little towel here so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go like so. Oops. And turn it. Okay. Now that's kind of gloppy on there. So what I've been doing is using the lid just to thin it out and get it evenly on the brush. So that's been my trick. Okay. And then what we're going to do, the first thing we start with is we're going to just do the liner like we always would. Let me get my little mirror here. And when you put liner on, you just do little dashes. You don't have to go fast. Take your time. It takes practice. It took me many years to be able to do liner. This liner took me a couple of weeks to figure out because it's something I've never worked with. So, um, just go to the lash line and just very slowly, very carefully, we do little dashes. Oops, there we go. And then I'm going to do the other side. And as you can see, I usually start at one end, go to the middle, and then I end up going ahead and going to the other side and meeting them in the middle. There we go. And if for some reason we make a mistake, just like I did, just grab a Q-tip. It's not going to hurt anything. There we go. And then I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to line the bottom lash line as well. And again, just very slowly, very little dash lines to go across. Okay, and as you can see, I smudged it a little bit. Again, here's our wonderful Q-tips. I go through quite a few every time I put liner on. And I will tell you, don't stick it in your mouth. There's germs in your mouth, and you're going to put that by your eye. Don't do that. If you need to be able to get off your makeup for just little spots, go ahead and use the Mary Kay oil free um, eye makeup remover. It works like magic. So just make sure that you do that because who wants an eye infection? Not me. I pass. Many years ago, I worked as a preschool teacher. And when I first started, I ended up having a child touch my face and I ended up with pink eye. So that's only one of the few things you can get. And we really don't want any of that. So just use eye makeup remover. Mary Kay's is fantastic too. Let's see. And again, just very slowly, very carefully, Come on. That itty bitty little spot doesn't want to go. There it is. Perfect. So I love how this is sitting. Now I'm going to add a smidge of a wing on this side and this side. Okay. There we go. And again, wings can be a trick. What you want to do to make sure that the wings go well, just a tiny dash at a time as you're doing your liner. So I'm going to do just a little bit right from the corner of my eye. And what I'm lining it up with is the bottom part of my eyebrow. So I just brought it out to right there. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So just a little bit. And there we go. So there's our first wing. Now I'm going to take a line and I'm going to go straight down. So again, to make the spider web part, now I'm going to start adding another long line. So we're still going to go from this corner and we're going to just make it a little more angled this way. And just take your time. Oops, come on. Okay, it's very light. I need a little bit more liner. So I'm going to do a little more like there. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. And then we're going to make a third coming down this way again. I know I've got like a little bit more like bumps and curves of this area of the eye. There we go. And then just a nice line there. And then I'm going to put one more and it's going to come closer towards my nose. There we go. And there it is. So those are the 4 lines. Very easy, very, very carefully is all you have to do with them. Now, because I do want to show you guys the other liner, which is the, let's see, which liner were you? The waterproof liquid eyeliner. Whoops, as I get it all over me. All right, so the liner, what we're doing is we're going to make just these really nice, very easy U's to connect the lines. That's all a web is. So very carefully, now I'm going to take the point straight on and I'm going to use my cheekbone as my leverage. So there's one. And there's 2. And remember, I'm going to make this one a little longer. Spider webs are not perfect. If you ever go out and see them, especially a black widow, They're all jumbled. So even if the lines don't look as crisp and perfect, it's okay because spider webs really are not perfect. Nothing in nature is perfect. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do the next one. And then we'll do another one here. We're just doing just cute little U's as we go. And then here we go another. Whoop. Okay. What I am going to do though, just because this skin is moving a little bit, I'm going to hold it down a little. And as long as you're very, very gentle, and I'm not tugging, I'm not pulling. I'm going to make this one just a little bit longer there. There we go. I know sometimes it's a little more of a challenge using the mirror in one hand and then trying to get that liner to go in the other hand. I know I could do this like that in my bathroom because I have a nice giant mirror. Well, on YouTube, we're just making it a little different. All right. So, what web would not be complete without a little spider? So, what I'm going to do is we're just going to make a itty bitty little head, just like so. And then I'm going to make a little bit bigger circle. So, basically, what I just did is I just made an 8 and I filled in all the circles. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Now, the next thing, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the legs. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because nothing in nature is. Besides, the more wiggly the legs look, the more creepy it looks. So, and then I'm just going to draw a little bit thicker line going down to the spider. And that's it. It's all you have to do to make sure that you have your spider. Now, I can also do another one on this side of the web, or we could bring it up this direction towards the eyebrow. It's up to you how you want to put your webs. So, since with that, let's see if I can do this. Now, I have really weird eyes. I have this eye is farsighted, this eye is nearsighted. No, I'm sorry. This eye is nearsighted, this eye is farsighted. So, looking at this eye to go up here is more of a challenge. But we're going to give it a try. And I think instead of using the gel eyeliner, I think it would be better to use the waterproof liquid eyeliner pen. So, well, I don't have to close my eye to do this. Well, yeah, I do. Okay, let's try this. There we go. And just take it very carefully, very slowly. I'm going to put my hand on there. Oh, there we go. Oh, well, that worked good. There we go. I think I'm gonna bring one down this way. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, we'll darken these up just a little. Okay, and so we're just gonna do the use again. There we go. And again, you just take your time. There we go. We're gonna do another U here. Whoop, get a little closer to the mirror. There we go. And then one more line like that. And there we go. And there's our awesome other little spider web. All right, so now that we've gotten the webs on, and again, it's all how you want your webs to go on. They can come off your eyes, you can have them going all the way down your cheek, you can have them coming up your forehead. However you want to do it is entirely up to you. I'm just showing you very simple instructions on how to make it and then letting you guys make it your own. So the next thing that I will use, because my I like to have my lashes looking beautiful. So we have Mary Kay's Ultimate Mascara. Now, Mary Kay does have a couple of different mascaras, but this one's actually my favorite because look at that pretty brush. It is perfect. Now, when we do mascara, what I tend to do is you go to the base of the lashes, you go wiggle, wiggle, and then spin up. So it starts out with, and I usually start on the inside corner, wiggle, wiggle, spin up, and then again, wiggle, wiggle, spin up, wiggle, wiggle, spin up, and last one, wiggle, wiggle, spin up. And then I'll go back to go ahead and put a little bit more on the lashes just to make them look a little more thick and luxurious. Okay, you guys see that? The difference? All right, so I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Wiggle, wiggle, curl up, wiggle, wiggle, curl up, and wiggle, wiggle, curl up. And now I got to get the edge. Wiggle, wiggle, curl up. And then I'm also going to go ahead and get a little more on this on these lashes too. I always miss the outside corner, so I'm always determined to make sure that that gets there. And you can put a second coat on your lashes as well. Usually do about 2. And then some people, they don't need mascara at all because they have these big, beautiful lashes. There we go. And that's it. That's all I do with my lashes. So there. And then because this is going to be a fun Halloween look, I have a pair of fake lashes that are just so pretty. I have had them for a very long time. I think now, of course, I do keep them clean, keep the eyelash glue. I do wipe it off and make sure that it stays nice and clean. But are those not the prettiest things ever? And with eyelashes, you don't need a lot of the glue. What you're going to do now, I just got these years ago at, I think, Walmart, maybe Target. It was whichever one was on sale. I'm sorry, I like on sale. Um, I have just some lash adhesive that I got at I think this one, because the other one's dried out. This one came from Walgreens. So, and all we're gonna do is we take just a smidge. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put a tiny bit on here on my hand. Okay. And I'm going to take one of my Q-tips and I'm going to dab it on that way because I have a tendency of putting way too much glue on my eyelashes and then it becomes this huge mess. And then I can't see, and then it just becomes even worse than if I would have just been like, "Just don't do it." So, the best way to put your lashes on is you go straight in, kind of at an angle. So, I'm gonna have my lashes straight up at, maybe a 45, okay? And I'm going to in my mirror, I'm lining up the outside corner, and I know you guys can't quite see it, but I'm gonna try to let you guys see how I do this, like so, and then just push it in, and if you need a little, just hold them there for a sec. Oh, oh, why aren't you going? Okay, I don't think I had enough glue. That's my luck. So, let's try this once more. Okay. Try to be very careful with this because I don't like stuff in my eyes. I can see most of the time, but I do need my glasses for a lot of things, especially tiny stuff. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to bring my mirror up a little bit so I can see it. Whoops. I think I need to switch hands here. A little better at my right hand. There we go. Okay. It's not quite on all the way, but it will get there. There we go. Ta-da! I'm going to push that corner in. Voila. So there's one. And now we're going to put the other one on. Oops. The corner just doesn't want to stay put. There we go. That's so much better. Because it felt like it was trying to jump off. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing, just using a Q-tip. I put the glue on the back of my hand. You're washable. So just very carefully, got to remember to raise things up for you guys. Sorry. And then again, we're going to do the same thing that we did with the other. And line it up. And just gently push. And there we go. So there's our beautiful lashes. Ta-da's. All right. So now I absolutely love these lashes. They're really, really pretty. I love jewels, as you can tell by these lashes. So what look it wouldn't be complete without some sort of jewel. Now I'm going to use the eyelash adhesive. I have jewels that I've had them from different art projects that I've done with the children I work with. So I have an abundance of some diamond art jewels. And I'm going to put just a touch right here on my spider. Okay. And of course, we're going to go ahead. Where did that go? There it is. And I've got my little things in and pick it up and just carefully set it where you want. And there we go. So there's one. Now I do have some red jewels that I can put on and some black ones. I think the red ones are going to show up a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and just set a couple here. So I'm just throwing little dots. It can't hurt anything. And I'm going to take my little diamond art pen and just carefully go like so. And just stick them on. I know I'm very thrifty. I'm trying to, save a buck. With the way gas prices and everything else are going, why spend money on things we don't have? So there's those. Now, if I want to, I can also add them wherever else I want. So I'm going to add a couple around here. So one there, one there. And it really doesn't take a lot of the eyelash glue for the jewels to stick. There. And it doesn't have to be like I'm using the red jewels. You can use pearls, you could use diamonds, you can use black ones, you can use whichever one you want. Just make it however you want it. So that's what I just did with all of the beautiful jewels. Whoa. Okay. All right. So I think this turned out really, really nice. I am definitely going to have to do something like this for Halloween. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun to do. I might end up putting more jewels on me than I probably should. To go ahead and take everything off, I will go after this is completed. I'm going to go to my bathroom. I'm going to get my eye makeup remover. It's the oil-free eye makeup remover that Mary Kay sells. Put it on a little cotton ball, wipe it over everything, and pull it all off. And then I'm going to wash my face normally with the Time-Wise Ultimate set. So, to recap what we used, let's see. Oh, I see people on, what do you call it? All right, let's see. Oh, thank you, Jen. I'm glad that you like it. So to recap what we did use tonight, of course, I came on with a clean face. I used our foundation primer. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to drop that light down so you guys can see this a lot better. There we go. Move my thumb, right? All right, so there is the foundation primer with a broad spectrum SPF of 15. And I also used our eye primer. Okay. And the next thing I used was the Mary Kay Chrome eyeshadow. It was Sunlit Rose. And I also used the liquid eyeshadow, which is in the color, and I can't read, light beam. So this was the color we used. Whoops. There you go. Okay. The next thing that I used was my foundation. Trying to find where I set it. It is the CC cream. Mine is light to medium. It is a broad spectrum or broad span. I'm sorry. It has the sunscreen broad spectrum SPF of 15. That's a mouthful, let me tell you. So we also used our Precision brow liner. Oops, let me turn it right side up. There you go. And my color is in blonde, but Mary Kay does have other colors. Um, then I used my blush. Mine was Cherry Blossom, but the two that I noticed that are comparable to it are Rosy Nude and Shy Blush. Then we used, where did you go? Our Ultimate Mascara. Oops, our Mary Kay Ultimate Mascara. There you go, which I think has like an amazing brush. And then we just put on our fake eyelashes. Our beautiful jewels went on. I I had a I loved all the jewels. If we had more time, I'd probably be putting more on, but for time's sake. But all right, so all of the products that we use, I will have to adjust. The eyeshadow that I was looking for was called Frost Iris, which is my darker color that should have gone first. It is a very pretty purple, and both of them go together beautifully. But since I didn't have that tonight and it walked away for a minute, which is pretty normal in my things. I have things that like to get up and walk away. Um so I will change that so that the description will include the liquid eyeshadow. All right. So, and in the description, if you have any questions or concerns or anything you'd like to know about Mary Kay or the products, go ahead and send me an email. My email is mbak dot marvel, M-A-R-L. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, I cannot spell this evening. MARVEL s@gmail.com. All right. So good night for tonight. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. And I will see you back here next time for another super awesome uh, Halloween look. And I'm thinking something orange this time. Good night for now, my marvelous beauties. Bye bye.